What's up, HyperFast Nation? On this episode of the show, we are talking about some big changes coming to Zillow that could affect some of your real estate agent commissions. Stand by for the next episode of the HyperFast Show. All right. We have some big changes that were announced this week at Zillow, in particular with the Zillow Flex program. All right, for those of you who don't know about Zillow Flex, or maybe you have only heard a little bit, I'll give you a little history on how this program came to be about. So for years, Zillow ran this program called Zillow Premier Agent. The agents would sign up, pay money, it would promote your listings, then you could buy zip codes and get more leads in certain areas, and then you got the leads, then you or your team were responsible for closing, for the follow-up, for setting the appointment, buyer agreements, listing agreements, contract to close, all of that. Well, what Zillow found out was some real estate agents, some teams weren't good at converting, right? Some people aren't good at the follow-up, some people aren't good at the CRM, so they started to build out some of their own programs to do this and came up with Zillow Flex, right? So Zillow Flex became a referral fee program. And, Zillow was quite aggressive a few years ago when they rolled it out and forcing people to abandon Zillow Premier and the old model and to get on this Zillow Flex, this referral-based model. And if you are on a Zillow Flex team, the changes that are coming up, in particular, if you're on a Zillow Flex team that is at an uncapped brokerage, these changes are going to have a huge effect on your commission, right? So Zillow Flex is increasing their referral fee to 40%. So when their team sends you a supposedly warm lead and you close it, 40% referral fee off the top to Zillow. So how could this affect your commission, in particular if you are at an uncapped broker, a team at an uncapped broker? Well, if 40% gets hacked right off the top, you're down to 60%. Then if you're at an uncapped broker and some of them are 30% off the top, some of them are 15, right? So if you're, say 20%, somewhere in the middle there, that 60 now, right? 20% of 60 is 48. So you are at 48% before the money, before a dollar comes into the team. Most teams are set up with 50-50 splits. Well, now you are working for 25% of the commission in this model, right? So, in a lot of deals, you're going to be getting like 50 basis points, 75 basis points, right? Not even 1%. So pretty drastic implications if you are at a Zillow Flex team in particular at an uncapped brokerage, right? It's just a lot of money off the top. A lot of different hands in that, and what we've noticed too, and because I've talked to several people on Zillow Flex teams, is price points tend to be lower on average than what other people are seeing in that particular market. So not only I believe are some of these Zillow Flex teams you're going to be working for 25-30% of the commission, but you're also going to be at a lower price point than the median for your market. That's just the trend we've been seeing. So what should you jump ship or do something else? If you're on a Zillow Flex team, you'll have to look at your own business and decide that. But questions you should ask yourself, right? Number one, how can I get better at generating my own leads, right? Number two, how can I get better at converting my own leads? Right, because part of the reason that Zillow Flex came about is because Zillow was discovering that a lot of real estate agents, a lot of real estate agent teams, particular ones that did not have inside sales agents, they did not succeed at converting at a high rate. So that led, unfortunately, to people getting frustrated with the old Zillow model, or at least some people that weren't converting. And Zillow came up with this way to, if we can build a team that can increase conversion and through our call center, through CRMs, then we can extract more money from the deal. Right? They still need the agent, by the way, right? They still need the agent. This is what Mike Delprete calls the last mile problem. They still need the agent, to go from that warm appointment to closing, to showing the houses, getting the contract done, getting to closing, right? So I think that is a really good sign for real estate agents. However, I think if you're on a Zillow Flex team, especially at an uncapped broker, I would shop for other teams in the area, ones that don't rely heavily on Zillow Flex, ones that can get you other lead sources, ones that have in-house conversion capabilities, primarily through inside sales agents, right? Teams that can train you on how to convert. And you should really focus on how do you go out and build your own business? How do you generate more leads? How do you convert at a higher rate? How do you get the people that you convert to send you referral business and become repeat clients, right? If you can build this up, you can make it so that your business does not depend on a program like Zillow Flex. So that's my take on it. Would love to get yours, so please leave comments, reviews. We always love feedback. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the HyperFast Show. I will see you next time.